I always believed my family was unbreakable. We weren't perfect, but we were solid, bound by love, Sunday roasts, and the kind of easy laughter that fills a house and makes it a home. My dad, Arthur, was my anchor. My mom, Helen, was our warmth. I never imagined that a single conversation, one impossible request from my father, would tear it all down. But sometimes, the deepest cuts don't come from outsiders. They come from the people you'd trust with your life. It began on an utterly ordinary Tuesday night, the kind where you're thinking about nothing more than what to watch on telly. I remember the way my dad's voice cracked when he asked me to come into the lounge. My mom was perched on the edge of the sofa, her knuckles white as she clutched a tissue. The air was thick with a silence I didn't recognize. I knew something was wrong, but nothing could have prepared me for his words. Before I tell you what he asked, you need to understand my dad. He wasn't a villain. He was traditional, proud, and believed in order. Order in his work, his home, his life. He loved us fiercely, but his love often came with unspoken rules. And for years, we accepted that, mistaking it for strength. As I stood there, my stomach in knots, he looked at me with an expression I'd never seen before. His eyes, usually so warm, were distant and clouded with a desperate sort of fear. "Leah," he said, his voice low and measured, "I need you to do something for me. Something your mother can't." My world tilted. My mum looked away, a silent tear tracing a path down her cheek. As he laid out his request, each word felt like a betrayal. It wasn't a favor, it was an ultimatum, a choice that forced me to pick between my loyalty to him and everything I believed was right. When I refused, the floor beneath us gave way. That night was the start of our family's unraveling. A story of hidden truths, shattered trust, and an infidelity that none of us saw coming. What my father confessed next didn't just break my mother's heart, it shattered our entire world. I didn't sleep. I lay awake, replaying his words. The man who taught me to ride a bike, who told me family was everything, felt like a stranger. In the days that followed, the cracks became chasms. My mum retreated into a shell of herself. My dad became a ghost in our home, taking phone calls in the garden, coming home late smelling of a perfume that wasn't my mum's. Family meals became silent, painful affairs. The tension finally snapped one evening. I overheard them arguing, their voices hushed but sharp. "I can't live with this lie anymore," my mum whispered, her voice breaking. "If you say anything, you'll destroy us all," my father replied, his tone pleading. Destroy us? What secret could be that powerful? Driven by a need for answers, I did something I never thought I would. I followed him. He said he had a late meeting, but I watched him meet a woman outside a quiet pub. The way they greeted each other wasn't casual. It was intimate, familiar. My heart sank. The suspicion I'd been fighting was now a cold, hard reality. The confrontation, when it came, was inevitable. My mum found the evidence, letters, photos, hidden in his study. The moment she held them up, her hands trembling, the air left the room. "How long, Arthur?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. "How long have you had another child?" The words hung in the air, suffocating and brutal. My younger sister, Imogen, gasped. I felt sick. My father didn't deny it. His silence was his confession. He admitted to another family, a son, and years of secret support. He claimed it started from a place of loneliness, a mistake that spiraled. But just as we thought we had the full, horrifying truth, He revealed another layer. He handed my mom a legal document. The boy wasn't biologically his. The woman was an old friend from his past, fleeing a dangerous situation. He had promised to protect her and her son, fabricating a story to keep them safe. The betrayal wasn't what we thought, but the damage was done. He had chosen to build a fortress of lies instead of trusting the family he vowed to protect. In the painful, quiet weeks that followed, we began the slow, fragile process of picking up the pieces. My mom started seeing a counselor. Imogen learned to talk to him again, and I learned a difficult lesson, that betrayal isn't always about an affair. It's about the secrets we keep and the trust we break to keep them. We are not the family we were. The scars are still there. But we are learning that sometimes, family strength isn't measured by whether it breaks, but by how it mends.